Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm super excited to be jumping into the Better Not Pout collection. This was the December collection release. There are a couple of these collections left. With how quickly these sell out on release day, I always hold on to a couple just in case my count was off or something. So I'm not sure if they're there now, but the link is in the description box down below. They'll be right at the top if they are. Okay, so I have the collection here. I'm super excited. I haven't thought a thing about what I was going to do in this journal yet. I did share a couple flip throughs here on my channel of this one that I finally got done. So I'm super excited about that. And then I also shared a flip through of the So Blessed collection, which in that video I shared with you guys why and how I did things in this journal to make it quick and easier for myself with the way that my schedule was going. And I really think I'm going to do something similar with this collection. I do want to be a little creative because it is, Christmas, and how often do we get to play, I mean, of course we could do it all year if we wanted to, but I don't. I typically only get out Christmas at Christmas. So I did pick up the 8x8 pad of the Sugar Cookie Christmas collection, which was new this year from Prima. If you have the previous Frank Garcia, what was that one called? Santa Baby? The Santa Baby collection. I think that would match beautifully as well. I did buy some of the journaling cards. I'm going to use a little bit of Prima's help with that matching paper, and I think it'll be a lot of fun, and it's going to turn out beautifully that way too. There are some things that I'm really excited to play with. I love this large windowed envelope that came in the collection. It is bigger than the journal itself, so I might cut that down and do something with that. I'm also really excited to decoupage with this giant Santa head. I might do that today because that looks pretty fun. I also love using cards in general. I have a video here on my channel how I've altered some greeting cards and things. I'll link that in the description box down below because it is actually a Christmas video. I think it was last year. And I definitely am feeling like I want to do that with that card. But I feel like today I should get started in the front of my journal. And I think there's a library card and pocket in here. Love these little game cards too. Just lots of fun tags and pockets and things. So I did decide to bust into my stash and go over in the scrapbook section and pull out the Santa Baby collection. I was hoping that I actually had some washi tape, but I do not. Do they come out with washi tape for these? I'm not sure. Obviously, last year I didn't do much with this either. I do remember making a couple projects, but you can see just how, the colors are identical. I know some people struggle with colors. I've been asked about it quite a bit, but mixing the vintage red and green with the pink, I think it can definitely work and work well. So don't be intimidated by that. I know that this Sugar Cookie collection is very pink. They don't really have any reds in it at all, but then the Santa Baby one actually does. And the collection that I put together, I mixed a lot of red and green with the pink as well, but I think it's going to be adorable. Okay, so I'm pulling out one of these journaling cards and I'm going to use it on the cover, not the cover. I'm going to use it on the front of my library envelope, but it does need to be cut down a little bit. And I do want to stick with the rounded corners. There. I am going to ink the edges of my cards and things, but I'm going to use tea dye this time. I don't want to use a dark, heavy brown color. I want something light, but still a nice brown ink color that will blend my colors together, whether I'm using red or green or this pink and mint color. I think the tea dye will have a nice grounding effect, mixing all those colors together. I pulled out one of my stamp sets here. This is an old Heidi Grace Christmas stamp set. I don't think it's available anymore. I'm also pulling out the Tim Holtz Color Festive Berries, and then just a piece of cutting mat from the Dollar Tree. This thing is worn out, but it does the job. Stamping is definitely one of those things that can help a project add character, but help you finish up rather quickly. This stamp isn't the world's greatest, but that's okay. It's cute. This set from Recollections has this little snowflake down here. And I was thinking, will it still look like a snowflake if I have it poking out of the edges a little bit? And I'll probably just be playing around with some ink colors. This is Tattered Rose. And I think, I don't know if that's showing up. I just started and I already lost all my room on my desk. Okay, yeah, just a little bit poking out there. One of the things about these sticky envelopes is they don't really stick that well. I always need to add extra glue. And for those of you who are new to all of this, I haven't said it in quite some time, so I'll say it today. I love using Fabri-Tac glue in my junk journals. It is acid-free for all of you scrapbookers out there. The paper, the coffee dyed paper isn't acid-free, so. But in terms of the glue, this Fabri-Tac is acetone-based instead of water-based like most craft glues are, so it won't wrinkle your pages, which is one of the things that I love about it. What I don't love about it is the acetone will destroy your nail polish, so you need to be careful about that, obviously. But I do love the staying power of this glue. Over the years, my journals hold together well. Those places where I've used glue sticks, not so much. You can always re-glue things, but this glue holds up. I did pull out some washi tape. This is some old fabric tape. I think it came from the Dollar Tree. It has absolutely no stick left on it whatsoever, but I'm just going to glue it on. I love that pink polka dot. But I think it's, going to work great with some glue. And again, I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac. And then getting into this little bag of goodies. I think there are some banner pieces in here I thought would be fun to maybe use over here on this side. Let's see. There are quite a few pieces to play around with, and I like how those are white on the back side. Just going to ink up the edges a little bit, help it stand up off that paper. So how are you? I feel like it's been forever since I've really sat down and connected with you guys a little bit. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you're staying well. I hope that you're enjoying the holiday season. I know it's different for everyone, and it's been a little bit of a struggle for me, I think, over the last couple of weeks to really get into the Christmas spirit, which is really a weird place to be. I've been trying to put together in my mind why I feel the way I do. Like, why am I struggling so much? Because it's not that I'm in a bad mood or in a bad place. I just feel like, well, there's a few things. As I've been praying and working through it, I really feel like because of the pandemic and all of the regulations and things around that and the way that it's affecting all of us in our everyday lives, that definitely has something to do with it. Having been sick for literally a month. Now, I wasn't sick to the point of being in bed for a month, but I was sick and in bed for, man, a good week, if not a little bit longer. And I will say, for me, and I know for many, it's been way worse. Some of you here on my channel have had COVID way worse than I did. But it wasn't easy going. You know, I know a lot of people that have said, oh no, it was a cold. I was sick for a few days. I'm better. Well, that wasn't me. That wasn't the case for me. I still think I'm struggling. Like, the fatigue has been the worst. And, you know, after I started feeling better and I could get around and quarantine was up, I actually, you know, quarantine was up and it didn't matter. I still didn't feel good, you know. I wasn't going anywhere, but as I started to feel better, I would still just hit that wall at the end of the day, just really ready for bed. I constantly had a headache in my eyes every night. It was just an ongoing trial. So I think that has a little bit to do with it. That, you know, was the month of November, and that wasn't much fun. And then there's the holidays, and then there's the weather, and it's cold and gloomy. I feel like I want something more. I need stamps, don't I? Yes. All right, I lost my train of thought. I've had a lot of junk calls lately. That's what I call them, when you get telemarketing type calls, spam calls. Oh, and I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode before I started filming, so hopefully I didn't miss anything important. The other thing, and I think it's a major component to how I'm feeling this season, is the fact that my daughters are grown up. And tell me, you guys tell me, those of you who are in a situation like mine, where it's almost like everything you did when your kids are little, you know, celebrating Christmas revolved around them. You wanted to make it special. You did a lot of fun activities. I was always doing crafts and baking, and we homeschooled for a lot of that time, and Christmas was just something we did a lot of fun, extra special things. So I feel like I'm going to use this tea dye color again. I feel like that's what I'm missing. The fact that, you know, my oldest daughter is 25 and she has her own apartment. And then my other daughter is 19. And while she's still at home, she's just not really interested in, you know, doing crafts with mom. So anyway, maybe someday it'll come back around full circle and they'll be interested in those things again. But right now, not so much. I like that stamp. Just adds a little bit of something there in the background. But then I've also heard that's what grandkids are for, right? I'm not trying to rush that at all. But someday, I think I'm going to stamp that at the top too. Someday, hopefully, you know, having grandkids will bring that all back around for me. But anyway, a lot of rambling on there about me and my current mental health. But that's how I'm feeling. I'm wondering how you guys are feeling. Is anyone just struggling to get into the mood? And you know, it's really kind of funny because just this last weekend at church, I was doing I did a little Mary skit. I was Mary. And I memorized, you know, a couple pages of lines and felt very honored to represent her and just the things she might have been feeling and experiencing during all of that time. So that was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed that. And I felt very honored to be asked to do that. But then, even in the midst of that, it just, I don't know. I'm struggling to get into the mood. But then I ask myself, what is the mood? You know, why do my emotions do not change reality? How I'm feeling about something doesn't make it true or untrue. So anyway, just something I'm working through this Christmas season, trying to get my feet back on the ground after falling behind in so many ways. But I hope all of you are doing well and staying well. All right, I want to make a banner across this page. How should I do that? The string isn't the easiest to work with. Maybe if I lay my banner back out. Just lay that string across the top. I might need a little more glue. That's probably too much. I like having that Santa right in the center there. And I think I'm going to take these Nuvo drops. I haven't played with these in a while, but I always feel like a Christmas journal needs a little more bling than usual. And I just want it to look like there's some little brads holding that in place, I think. I haven't used these in a while, so they're a little goopy. It's supposed to be a dot and they're all stringy. All right, you guys, so that is it for today. I hope that you found this a little inspiring, and if you have this kit, I really hope that you have been able to crack into it and start enjoying it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's definitely fun to play with these shabby colors. So thank you guys for listening to me ramble a little bit. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit that like button. Be sure to check out the design team links in the description box down below. Those ladies are amazing, and they will share something throughout the month using this collection as well. You won't want to miss it. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.